Floating point literals represent fractional numbers like 3.14159, 14.08, 42.0, 675.238 and so on. Floating point literals can be written in either standard or scientific notation. The numbers 1.5e4 and 6.667e-11 are written in scientific notation. Standard notation is the usual way we write fractional numbers. We first write the whole number part, followed by the decimal sign, followed by the fractional component. In scientific notation, the floating point literal consists of two parts: the mantissa and the exponent. The mantissa must be an integer or a floating point literal in standard notation. It is followed by the letter E and then the exponent is written. The case of letter E doesn't matter. It can be written in either uppercase or lowercase. Exponent must be an integer. Both the mantissa and the exponent can be positive or negative. Taking an example, the floating point literal 0.00053 can be written in scientific notation as 5.3 e-4. Here 5.3 is the mantissa. This is followed by the letter E and then the exponent -4. The exponent indicates the power of 10 by which the mantissa is to be multiplied, and E represents the number 10. So 5.3 e-4 is equivalent to 5.3 into 10 to the power of -4. Putting it all together, the standard notation floating point literal 0.00053 can be written in scientific notation as 5.3 into 10 to the power of -4, which is equivalent to 5.3 e-4. Here are a few more examples to help you understand this better. Now let's look at a program in BlueJ to see some examples of floating point literals. We have a class floating point literal demo. It defines a method demoFPLiteral. Inside this method, there are a few examples of floating point literals. Let's look at the first one here. When you write a floating point literal in Java, by default Java treats it as a double data type value. To specify a float literal, you must append a f to the constant like this. The case of f doesn't matter. It can be either small or capital. Now, if we don't specify f here, then the compiler will give an error. I am removing f to show you the error. The error says possible lossy conversion from double to float. What's happening here is this. When I don't specify f, Java treats 3.14159 as a double value. The variable pi is of type float. The range of float is less than that of double. So when I am assigning 3.14159 to pi, I am actually asking the compiler to convert a value of type double into a value of type float. The compiler knows that this might lead to data loss if the double value is outside the range of float. Hence, it doesn't allow any such implicit conversions and flags this as an error. When we specify f at the end of 3.14159, we explicitly tell the compiler to treat it as a float type, not double type. Now we are assigning a float type to a float type. No type conversion is happening, so the compiler is happy. So let's make the compiler happy again by specifying f at the end of this float literal. Let's execute the program and get the output. Then we will correlate the output with the code. We will start by compiling the class. The class compiles without any errors. Now we will create an object of floating point literal demo class. We will use this object and execute the demo fp literal method. We got our output. Now let's go back to the code. We see 3.14159 gets printed as the first line of the output. This is how we represent a floating point literal in scientific notation and assign it to a float variable. Again, the value is appended with an f to make it of type float. Moving on, this is another example of writing floating point literal in scientific notation. This time we are assigning it to a variable of type double. We can be explicit by appending d to this floating point literal to tell the compiler that this is a double value. This will compile without any issues. But of course this is redundant as by default floating point literals are of type double. So I will remove this d. Both scientific example 1 and scientific example 2 gets printed properly in the output. The next line specifies floating point literal using underscores to separate the digits of the literal. Just like in integer literals, we can use underscore to separate the digits in floating point literals too. As we can see in the output, the underscores are discarded by the compiler. We will take a look at Boolean literals next. Boolean literals are straightforward. A Boolean literal can take only one of the two Boolean values represented by the words true or false. Boolean literals can only be assigned to variables declared as Boolean or used in expressions with Boolean operators. For those of you coming from a C++ background, please note that in Java, the Boolean literals true and false do not convert to any numerical representation. This is different from C++. In Java, false is not equal to 0 and true literal does not have any numeric value other than 0. They are purely Boolean literals true and false.